Would you be interested in playing one of the most versatile characters that Fatal Fury has to offer? Then look no further than Rock Howard. Rock can literally do it all. He has amazing neutral control with both his grounded and air fireballs, has decent neutral skip options. He's also very good up close and has a ton of pressure tools and mix-up potential, and he also has very good defensive options. So if you're looking for a jack of all trades, a character that can play any playstyle, then you should probably give Rock a try. And in this guide, I'm going to teach you how to play him, going from how to play his neutral to his best up-close pressure options and also his best combos. So let's get into it. The most important thing that you have to understand about Rock, how to play him and his neutral, is that since he is a character that is a jack of all trades, you can play him in any way that you want. You can be very offensive and mix up heavy, or you can go full turtle mode, play super defensive, use a lot of fireballs, a lot of DP breaks and anti-airs to basically punish people for jumping in. And in that sense, you have to adapt. You have to see what is the best playstyle against the matchup and the player that you're facing to basically get the most out of Rock and his versatility. But technically, you can play Rock literally in any way that you like and be successful and have fun. If you want to be more defensive or neutral, I recommend you to use fireballs. Try to mix the air and ground versions of them, EX and non-EX. Also, be ready for red blow DPs, anything that can stop your offense, because at the end of the day, that is a part of playing good defense in Fatal Fury. And also, you have to be ready to anti-air. Use your DP breaks to get full BnBs as anti-airs as a punish. Also, use your dodge attack anti-airs. Use Raging Storm. Your level 1 is an anti-air on both sides, also a reversal. So if you want to play more defensively, in neutral, Rock for sure can do that. And then of course you have the more offensive side of Rock's game plan, which is arguably the strongest thing about him. He can get full combos out of EX command grabs, he can cross you up both on the floor and in the air using specific buttons and EX special moves. He can basically like open you up in many different ways, and also he has access to many plus frame situations that are very strong and that if you don't respect, you're gonna get counter hit. So up close, Rock can shine a lot. And if you want to get the most out of Rock as a character, you know, his full potential, you should probably mix up the way in which you play. You know, play like a more defensive heavy playstyle, then move into a more up close, rush down, you know, mix up heavy one. And if you do that, it's going to be really hard for the opponent to read you, and you're probably going to get a lot of wins with Rock if you play like that. Another thing that you have to understand about Rock that is super useful on both neutral and up close pressure is his red blow. He has one of the best red blows in the game. It is super evasive, really hard to grab because he's airborne a couple of frames after the animation starts. It is arguably the best red blow in the game, so you should be abusing it, especially if your enemy doesn't have SPG. The only way to deal with Rock's red blow consistently is to jump a lot, so that basically gives you an open field to start anti-airing people. So use red blow and then maybe wait a little and be ready to anti-air because people are gonna jump a lot just to deal with your red blow. And that is basically Rock's game plan and neutral playstyle. It's super versatile. As I said, you can be very defensive and use a lot of fireballs, counters, anti-airs, or be super offensive and be very mix-up heavy, force plus frame situations, and then open up people with command grabs, lows, overheads, and more. And now let's actually move into the up close pressure section. How do you become that version of Rock that is a mix-up monster that overwhelms people so that they get open up and you get full combos on them and basically don't let them play the game? Let's get into it. The first staple of Rock's offense is close light kick. It's actually plus enough on hit to link into down heavy punch and get a full BnB like you're seeing on screen, and you don't need a counter hit for it. It's also plus 3 on block, so it's actually just a god button. You need to use close light kick every time that you can to get the offense going, because after that plus 3, the other guy simply has to guess. Are you going to grab? Are you going to check him with a big button? Are you going to maybe cross him out right away or do an EX command grab? It's just such a hard situation to deal with. It's so overwhelming that you need to use close light kick every time that you can on pressure. The second staple of Rock's offense is his EX run. It's very good. He has a ton of options out of it, going from full cross up into nothing or button, or full cross up into command grab, or cross up into overhead. Also a low, also a button check. Is very strong, super good and hard to deal with. It can even make some reversals and basically DPs whiff, so you need to use EX run every time that you can. Is a very strong option on offense. Then the third staple of Rock's offense is his EX command grab. It's arguably one of the best command grabs in the game because it's completely unreactable. You have to guess if Rox is going to do it or not, and you can get a decent chunk of damage out of it. Not the biggest combo or anything, but it works really well to condition people. So if you start command grabbing people, they don't react to it, maybe they're gonna start jumping or mashing, and that is when you change your strategy and get a counter hit and a full BnB on them. That is a huge chunk of damage. So if you see people that are being very passive and block too much, use EX command grab to punish them for being too passive on defense. And then we start adding the layers for pressure and make it more advanced. We can do, for example, close light kick into close heavy kick into forward feint, and then do heavy punch into EX mix up, and it's basically going to keep people guessing. You can do the low, the cross up, the mid that is plus on block, and it's basically a check unless they DP. So it's really hard to deal with Brock if you know what you're doing. It's super hard to basically get out of his up close pressure. At some point he's gonna throw the EX, command grab and open you up, and it's just such a nightmare to deal with this character if you actually know what you're doing. So be sure to learn some of these sequences and get the close pressure going, because it's super strong. And now that you actually understand how to play Rock, let's get into the combo guide and basically try to teach you the best combos that Rock has so you get the highest damage possible in every situation.